Hi, everybody. This is Rose of Sharon. Once again, I am coming back to you with a film I just happened to stumble across called Seder Masochism. And Nina something or other, I can't remember her last name. Sorry. It really, she's the directoress. She's the one who's responsible for this wonderful gem. It's very reminiscent to Sita Sings the Blues, and I don't know if she directed that as well, but it has similar art style, and it's all about basically creation from the Kabbalistic point of view or the Judaic point of view. And I thought, oh yeah, that makes sense. You have Ouroboros, and you have the cosmic goddess, and God at one point in time was a woman. So that's how the ancients understood her. And I thought, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, Dogma was right, and I personally don't think you could put God in a box. So I think that God can be both genders. Male, female, doesn't matter. I mean, why? I mean, why would God relegate himself to simple genders? That would be stupid. I mean, we are bound by that, kind of. But God isn't, because God is more than that. God is spirit. God is everything. God is love. But yeah, I thought it was absolutely fascinating. The art style is just gorgeous. The animation is fantastic. Of course, there are some things that are a little bit disturbing about, like the circumcision scene. Actually, it didn't bother me. I'm like, yeah, sure, it's Judaism. But guys watching it, I might think, you might cringe a little bit, and I understand. It really depicted how the whole idea of religion came about, and of course Nina interviewing her granddad, or Bubba, and it was, or actually I should say Tata, not Bubba's grandmother. Sorry, I'll get the Yiddish right here in a second. But her Tata, unfortunately her Tata died, so it was in dedication to him. But he was talking about how he was raised on all that since he was young, and he said that it didn't make sense to him when he got older, and if somebody talks to him about it, he doesn't want it shoved down his throat. I'm like, yeah, I like this guy, because I myself, I was raised in a Protestant household. I am more spiritual. I guess you could call me agnostic. I mean, I do believe in a higher power. I know where we're gonna go. I believe in Jesus Christ. I don't, there's certain traditions and dogma that I don't like. But there's certain traditions I love, like the Seder and this. I think the Seder is beautiful. There are some things about the Seder that are sad, like when they talk about the death of the firstborn. Yeah, that's Old Testament God. And yeah, I can understand why a lot of Jews would have issue with Old Testament Yahweh, but yeah. I actually think I'm more like Nina. I think it's the cup of the firstborn when they spill the wine for that. I just think it's remembrance and thinking, oh my goodness, that was just a horrible thing for that to happen. But yeah, just like with the flood, I think, and I know this sounds morbid, but I think certain things are necessary. Just like it had to happen for a reason we don't understand. When we go to the other side, hopefully we'll get answers, but who am I to question? I mean, of course I wonder. There are times I think, well, why God, why Abba, why did you do that? But who am I to question God? Yeah, I have questions, I have doubts. I mean, that's just part of being human, and it's such a just a lovely illustration of that, and I love to see that, and I feel connection. I really do, because I sense so much of that is part of my heritage, is my tribe. So I think there's got to be something more. And I always remember Dad's no longer with me, but I said, Dad, we're Jewish, and he's like, no, we're not. I'm like, yes, we are, because I always felt like we were. I'm like, how do I know Torah so well? I'm not Jewish, and I was raised Protestant, so how is it I can quote Torah like somebody who was raised in the temple? I mean, it makes no sense. This is the weirdest thing. I think maybe in a past life I was a rabbi, so I mean, it would make sense if I was. I mean, why not? I believe in reincarnation. I remember a lot of my past lives, but as far as the rabbi, I think, I don't know. Who knows? But some of them I do. If I was, then I probably don't remember. But it's just interesting that I can quote, and I try to walk and talk the right way. And God knows I fail in so many accounts. And I think that God himself has a sense of humor, and this film shows it. It really does, and I really agree with it, and I just think it's a wonderful tribute to that, and just and this scene, and it's educational. And I thought, oh, good, Christians need to see this, Islamists need to see this, because we all come from Abraham, and it's so true. Abraham started it all. God told him, he heard God, he had vision. You're going to be a stranger in a strange land, but I will take you to a land flowing with milk and honey. And Abraham believed God, and it was counted to him for righteousness. So who am I, right? Who am I? But it's just, I always thought about that. And I thought, to have that kind of faith, and would I don't know. I mean, I have so many doubts, especially about myself. And I've healed quite a lot, and it's been a long time coming. And yeah, it's been a difficult road, but I think I've come far. I think there's still some healing to do. I think that I'm getting there, and I will reach my goals at some point, even if I don't complete all my goals per se. I will be happy. I'm actually happy. I'm content. If you know, for the first time in my life, I've looked back and I'm like, who is this person? It's not anybody I recognize. I'm new, and that's what it is. That's the journey. Just renewing yourself, finding peace, finding serenity. God has led me there. My extended family's helped. I give them my utmost thanks. And this film, I really think that it should be watched by everybody, even though, of course, the circumcision part should definitely come with a label, blood, be warned. Of course, there's a lot of blood in this, because there's a lot of bloodshed that happens in the Old Testament. But yeah, if you're from my kind of interdenominational background, then you know what to expect from the Old Testament. But nonetheless, I love this film. The soundtrack is, the soundtrack. Oh my goodness. It just, the tribal music just gave me chills, and I just love tribal music. I don't know why. I feel so, grounded with, I think, this sounds so familiar. Why is this so familiar? But I'm like, I'm home. And I mean, I connect to it, and it's music. That's what music does. Everything about it. That's just the old spirituals. Old spirituals. Since I'm a Southern girl at heart, I think, yes, this is my childhood, and I did so happy, and I feel like, yeah, this is what I remember, and I connect with that as well. Nina, I wish I could meet Nina. I think that she would be a wonderful person to talk to. I think she'd be a little cheeky too, and kind of irreverent, but I think, yeah, we'd get along. Even though she was brought up completely differently from me. She seems like a really cool person. Her art is just, wow. I mean, whoa, just to create that kind of level of art and have kind of an emotion attached to it is important. And it's all about identity. It's all about heredity. It's all about where we truly come from. And that's all I have to say about Seder Masochism. And then the title, that title is so clever. And I just think that is brilliant. I can't say much more about it. I hope that Nina creates more, and I want to see it. I really do, because just everything about this is perfect, and I wish it would have gotten more recognition than what it has, and it really should. But oh well. It gets 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, hands down. No vetting for me. There's nothing wrong with this film, honestly. This is too perfect. But that's all I have to say. So until next time, have fun, prosper. Ciao,